Okay, so before we get started, you understand the process. I'm one of the 9 members of the board, and we're going to do a hearing here today. You're going to give me everything you've got, and then when the hearing concludes, when the hearing concludes, we'll do the deliberations of the unit, and that's when we'll make a decision. Letters go out 7 days after, and then you have the choice of what you want to do. But before we start, I have to read onto the record. This is appeal number, correct me if anything is wrong. This is appeal number 652. Property address is 949 Fairfield Beach Road. Owner is Paul Ganem. The town's current appraised value is $2,047,353. The request value is $1,200,000. Everything right so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now.
Do you have any other ones of mine?
No, it's the only one they gave me of yours, but I know you're here. Hang on, I have to, you're an attorney, so I don't actually have, I'll do it anyway though. This is just the oath administered. Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, so I'm going to sign this. You're going to sign this that you've been so sworn. And let's put this down. What time do we start? 4. And this is me. Okay.
Right.
So,
we're on 949, right?
We're on 949.
Okay. 949 are 2 bungalow cottages that have FEMA compliance issues.
Okay.
You can't do anything but tear them down. If I wanted to, one of the bungalows is 3 bedrooms, but they're 10 by 10 cubes.
Yeah.
They're about as small as you get. Get around the bed or not, they don't have any significant value. The only value probably is really within the land. They're tear downs.
Okay.
Single bath. There's no fireplace. I think there might be a fireplace listed on there.
Not on this one. But the problem here for you, the value is really heavy in the land.
Yeah.
So that's where you're going to have to make the.
Yeah. So there is a seawall.
Yeah.
And then you're hitting water. There's no beachfront, and that's pretty much what you have. I mean, they're just little bungalows.
Okay.
I don't think they carry it away. I hear you on the land. You guys are strong on land. You're always strong on land. You guys seem to tilt it more towards the land, so you can't repair the house.
Yeah.
Right? And it's so I think the land. I think combined, the previous value of whatever it was 1.2 was probably a fair value. Even if you tear it down, you can't get 2 structures on it. You'd have to go in and try and subdivide it, condominiumize it, and that would be a nightmare down there. So it has value. We just disagree on yours.
Okay.
Respectfully, you know what I mean by that. That's what we have. I don't have a lot to.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot there. I know what you're saying. It's all in the land. The land value is north. Or where I should be.
Yeah. Just saying, between me and you, yeah, okay. You're gonna have to show us something like what maybe this land down there is selling for, something to be comparable that we can compare it to.
So 46 Lighthouse Point, that lot was valued at I think $230,000 for the lot.
Okay.
It's a single building lot. Yeah. It was non-conforming. Fair in my presentation, but it's a non-conforming lot. Peter. Oh. It's an empty lot.
Yeah.
That was and that's really
what did it sell for?
All over. $225,000, but then I think you revalued it for the lot the last time around at $325,000.
When did it sell?
That sale is older. That's 4 years ago.
Okay, because let's say 22.
Right, 22.
Okay.
All right, and then your reassessment of that lot. So that lot's been since built.
Do you have Laura's?
Yeah, she just left it up here. That's why you guys didn't have it. Thank you for following up. So it's going in. And, well, not really, I didn't think I was filling in, but evidently I was, and so when I went down there, they had the box, I was like, oh, good, I'm going home. No, they've got one. Okay, so they reassessed in what, in this last reassessment now, in
Yeah,
25?
But now they're reassessing with a structure on it, so they get funny in how.
Do you have any of that? You have to give me some of that.
I might need it when I get to the next. So-
All right, well then just, when you're done, do me a favor. Make a photocopy downstairs and ask them to put it in this file. Because when we deliberate, I have nothing here besides us talking, and that's not enough.
Okay. All right, so I may have to submit some stuff on land.
Yeah,
value.
and literally just, you have until we start hearings, which probably won't be for another 2 weeks, let's say 1 week. Yeah, at
To
least.
reach some
To
comps.
get some comps, and just make sure you get, you put them in the right spots. That whatever you need for 949, you've got for 949.
You don't want to do any of the other ones, do you? They got me going to.
I know, but I've got, unfortunately, we could do it. I've got 7 minutes till next guy, till my person comes. And I don't know who you're scheduled. What happened? Who are you scheduled?
I think the rest of them all with Peter, but.
Okay. I know. It kind of, well, at least now you have.
And the notices only came yesterday.
Really?
I just got my notice yesterday.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any control on that. Lucky it came in all. Sometimes I get mail in from Norwalk.
And then I didn't get them on other ones. February 28th, they're mailed out.
But they didn't get to you until?
Yesterday.
No. To be fair, my mail was held for almost a week after the storm. And I had to call and say, what's happening?
So they leave you a little short on the notice.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I was in town. I could have missed the whole thing.
I know.
All right.
I'm just going to write down that you're going to bring in sale comps to the assessor's office to be added.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And so, the only other thing I have is they're sitting on the ground. They're at 8.8. They're sitting at sea level of, I think they're at 8.5 feet above sea level.
Okay.
I think that's where your land is, and they're sitting right on top.
Okay.
So they're,
No, to be considered.
you can throw me out.
Let's see how this goes. Drop that stuff off,
Right down to the assessor's.
Yeah, and then just basically just tell them you need to, if you want to know that, that'll make it easier for them, or they should be able to look it up by that. I actually don't know their system. But say you want to add this to the appeal, appeal 652, appeal for
Okay.
949.
Thank you.
Okay.
How many you got this year?
Over 1,000.
Yeah.
But I think some of them are commercial, business over $1 million, and so we voted that we wouldn't be hearing them. I think there's almost 100 and change that are that. So that makes it a little bit easier, but yeah, it's pretty. Although 1,800 went to the informal hearing, so I was expecting we'd have over 2,000, but we don't.
So something happened with the informal. I never got a notice on the informal.
I did as a regular taxpayer. I was like, I knew I should have done it, but I didn't.
I went and did, I put them in on the informal.
Because I heard they were responsive.
But they screwed them up. I may only got one notice on the informal.
Okay. I heard when people went, they
They're a little more.
yeah.
Give people a little bit and they go away.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
It's a little easier for me because I'm a lawyer in my trade, but.
Right, the regular taxpayer.
It's hard. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me turn this off. Okay. So my name is Katie Gustin. I am one of the 9 members of this Board of Assessment Appeals. What we are, just taxpayers that were elected voluntary, and we don't pay or anything, but we were elected to this board, and basically our job is to oversee and the appraisals. Yeah, basically, so if you come forward and you can supply enough evidence to say that, hey, the assessment is inaccurate, then we make the decision. So what we do is we each hear as many cases as we can. We think they're close to 1,000, if not more, hearings this year. Yeah, I was expecting it would be double that, actually, because that's roughly how many went to the informals, but I don't know how that went. At any rate, we've got 1,000. We're going to get through them, and it has to be done in the month of March per state statute. So we're cranking them out, and then we get together as a group as soon as the hearings are done, and we do the deliberations. Notices go out about a week after, and then you're notified you have an option to, if you don't like whatever the decision is, you can either come back next year, or you can actually move forward to court. All of that information will be provided in the letter. I have to read some things onto the record. You're going to correct me if anything is wrong, and I'm going to lean into the phone so it can hear me. This is appeal number 583, property address 456 Stratfield Road. Owner is Francis, but you're also an owner too, Barbara. Francis and Barbara Duffy. Town has Duffin, excuse me. Very good, very good. Town value is $1,110,400. The ask amount is $857,143. Hang on, I just want to write down what time we're starting. It's important to them. I think so you can hear this recording later if you want, or someone can. I'm going to swear you in. You're going to sign that you've been so sworn, and then we can get moving. So, if you just raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Absolutely.
Okay, either one of you can sign that. And then, we can get started.
Well,
you don't need to, but okay. Okay. So I read through. You tell me everything you want me to know, and then I'll tell you what I think you should also do, even though I'm not probably supposed to do that. I'm going to.
So I, tried to be relatively brief, but I did admit I did an attachment rather than just try to squeeze it into the...
Yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. That wasn't an issue.
It just seems, we got this notice that it has been changed, no supporting documentation, no, nothing, really. No, not even credentials on the person who did the appraisal. And so, I look like my neighbor literally right next door to me. Their house is roughly the same size. They have a bigger lot, 2-car garage, central air. We have no garage, no central air. We have 154 years old.
Yeah, okay.
We love it. Don't get me wrong.
No, I read, you wrote that as well.
It seems like just really strange.
Okay.
Like I think they compared us to the brand new house across the street that, I think sold for $1.6 million. Trust me, we're not that house.
Okay.
That's really the concern I have.
What the board is going to want to see when they deliberate, what's really going to make a difference is if you can post some kind of comparable sales in the time frame, so looking at 2025. I realize it's going to be difficult, and we will make adjustments for the fact that your house is built 18, whatever the hell's built in 1787, that you don't have central air, you don't have a garage. So you don't have to find that exact thing. You're not going to find that exact thing.
Right.
But you can try to find something in your neighborhood, somewhere. I mean, the houses have been moving.
I have some.
Okay.
Already.
All you literally, if you have them with you, great. If you don't, bring them back to the assessor's office and just ask them to please put them into this. You don't need to know that number. Your address is fine. They'll find it.
Okay.
And then when we get together, we can actually look, because I understand has the frustration, because I did not appeal. I should have. But doing this. And I got suckered into this.
Funny, right?
I know. But anyway. So still, basically, in a reval year, because the appeals are so increased, they are allowed to, the board is typically 5 people, but they are allowed to add more to help get through the volume.
Sure.
So I'm one of those. So I didn't think it was appropriate to appeal, but I should have. But at any rate, I would have been in the same boat, which is just like on gut, like this is insane.
Yeah.
However, I would have needed to, and you will need the same thing with the last person was just in. Show me anything close, and then we can kind of work with it, because just the idea of like, hey, that's not right. I know we have the neighbors.
You did?
Yeah, okay.
I sent them to my house.
Okay, they might even be able to take emails. I don't know what they do downstairs. If they can take an email, just forward them on. If they can't, then print it. Because honestly, just anything so I can look at and we can argue and say, hey, listen, this house roughly moved for that. This is older. This is smaller, this is whatever, and we can go from there. But without anything, it's just kind of like...
I thought that giving the actual changed assessments for the literal...
I know, but...
I hear what you're saying.
Because I'll tell you, I'm an attorney, and there's maybe one other attorney, so we kind of have but then there are a bunch of realtors on the board, and they definitely know property values that won't help. But with this volume of cases, we cannot be doing the work. Like, we can't. So if you have it, great.
You do.
You do. I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
So, and I think probably more people realize how simple it was. I think maybe appeals would be like 5,000 appeals. Because
Yeah,
truthfully,
I agree.
houses are selling. It's not, you might look also, you might be like, oh shit.
What kind of law are you in?
Corporate.
Oh, okay.
He's
I'm at Wigan and Dane.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually a trademark and copyright lawyer, but I
Okay,
have
so,
a big
yeah.
corporate practice.
Oh.
I'm in the corporate practice,
Yeah,
actually. I just
yeah.
have to technical corporate work.
So at any rate, that's what's gonna make this easy.
Okay, all right.
And then we just go from there.
That's fair
All
enough.
right,
Yeah.
we already have them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
So if you wanna stop in downstairs and just say, hey, can we email? And that
Yeah,
might be the
we'll do
easiest.
that right now.
I don't know if they're gonna,
Which, just,
the assessor's office, if you go down the stairs and take a left.
I know exactly what it is.
But don't, they might be like, no.
All right, that's
At any
fine.
rate, print it and bring
I
it.
can drop them off
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah,
I just
perfect.
have to hit print.
Perfect, oh, look at you guys, look at you guys.
I thought he did.
Okay,
I mean.
oh, that's what you get.
Well, I can
Oh, you
look
might.
in here.
That's what I thought you had in there, because I did my homework. We each had a job. Notice the woman.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
It is always the way.
Yeah, I don't have.
You guys earning points with me with this kind of
Well,
talk.
no, it's true.
Well, it's true.
It is the truth. It is the truth.
You want to get something done, you give it to the
I know.
woman that has a
You know
million
what?
things on her desk.
It's that, I have this thing printed in my house, I got a little painting of somebody had written it, and it said, if you want something said, ask a man, if you want something done, ask a woman.
Well, that's true.
Got that right.
Although you do pretty well on the said side, too.
Oh, I can
Yeah,
vote.
yeah.
My kids call me barking order Barbie.
I know. You kind of have Barbie's hair.
Oh,
Like, when
my
no, you
God.
do, I love, because I have curly hair, so like Barbie always had like, oh, so, and yeah, but in this weather, it held, good for you.
Well, I have a lot of product.
Okay.
Don't put a candle in my hair. It's going up.
I thought that last night, I forgot, I was cooking something in my, and
Oh, you gotta be
and I
careful.
went to reach under the warming drawer, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't that close, but I thought, oh, this is gonna go.
It is gonna go up. At least mine will.
Yeah,
3-4 products in it.
okay, I'm just saying that you're gonna drop it off, done. Okay, all right, guys, good luck, good luck.
So nice to meet
Oh, it
you.
was really nice to meet
Thank
you,
you
it's a pleasure.
for taking the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
And for volunteering.
What else
Yeah.
would I be doing?
Have
a good
How
night.
relaxing you're watching.
I
this
know,
movie.
right? What's something on? That's the Olympics are over. There's something to watch. Bye now. Okay. Hi. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Fantastic.
Okay. I am,
Open?
whatever you're comfortable with. My name is Katie Guston. I am one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeal. I'm
Okay,
going to be hearing your appeal today.
great.
When this finishes, just by way of review, we're going to get through like 1,000 of these appeals. Then we get together as a whole group. That's actually, I mean, that's going to kill us because the state statute says we have to have this done in March.
Mhm.
But I thought there'd be a lot more. I mean, I was going to appeal. At any rate, when we finish, we get together as a whole group and we deliberate, and then the decision goes out roughly within, I don't know, 5 days or so from there. If you don't like what we come up with, there will be recourse information, including coming back next year, or you can go on to court on your own.
Okay,
I just have to read some things onto the record. It's being recorded, so I'm going to lean into the phone, and do correct me if you hear anything in error. But this is appeal number 596, property address 63 Tide Mill Terrace, owner Jonathan, is it Shepro? Okay, town value 1852900, ask amount 1412950. Okay, and then I'm going to swear you in, and we can get started. Okay, if you just raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, that's done there. And so now, we're done with it. You go ahead and give me
my spiel?
your spiel. I read through, obviously, but
I've updated it a little bit. so
Okay,
I got
good.
you a copy.
Okay,
I changed a couple things on it.
thank you.
Well, you clearly know the current assessment, and the fair market value according to the town. I'll also say I grew up in Fairfield. I lived here my entire life. I've lived all over town, and I certainly understand how the town's appeal has grown dramatically, and I'm a big fan of the town. My valuation is out of control.
Okay.
$721 per square foot is where I'll start, which represents a gigantic increase over every other square footage I could find of a comparable house. I've got 5 arguments. The first one is I'll do is the square footage argument, which is here. You can see that first table I used a bunch of homes also on Tide Mill, but also on Sasko Hill Road. I found 2 more on South Street that were recently sold. And you can see the values, the implied market value according to the town of mine at 1.85. All the other homes, which are comparable, but then the price per square foot. My house is 2,500 square feet. These are upwards of 3,000, 4,000 square feet. I had trouble finding any house of any value that was worth more than $600 square foot. Mine's 725 or 721. So that would be my first argument. Even the most recent one on Flora, I found all these homes are each neighborhood with lower values per square foot than my own. Next argument. In looking for comparable sales in the area, ironically, I was looking for a picture of my home, and I went on Zillow, something like this I can show you. They had an old picture of my home, so I didn't find that. But when you put in my address, Zillow kicks back comparable homes. So it cut off, but the comparable homes are all 1.4, 1.5.
Is this new from what's here?
This picture is, but there's other.
Okay.
But this is just what I literally just went on before I came over here to get a picture of my home, and then it kicks back comparable homes, and I found 1.4, 1.5, and a bunch of other comparables. But this list here, 111 Sasko Hill Road, right around the corner from me, on a superior location, Sasko Hill Road address, significantly larger than my house, almost double, a sale price of 1.9, which values $50,000 more than the town thinks my house is worth. House currently listed on Pease Avenue, also in the Beach neighborhood, same size as my house, if not 1,000 square feet more than my house, at 1.4. 305 Southgate, which is a
Where do you have, show me, did you give me that?
The Pease house.
I just want the sale comp. I don't have, or maybe it's an old thing, okay, I'm on the old one.
This is the Pease house I'm going to tell you about.
Okay, here's the sale, right? Okay, got it. Okay, so this is updated for certain stuff, but this other stuff has,
I did some additional research when I had time. So the Pease house is here, similar, bigger than my house at 1.4. This is the house in Southgate, which is a beautiful cul-de-sac near Southport Beach. We looked at a house there many thousands of years ago. This house is more than double my size.
Okay.
Same price, essentially, as my house.
Okay.
The other one's South Pine Creek, and another one on Sasko Hill Road across the street that backs up to the harbor, sold for $1.5 million. It also has 4 bedrooms, same square footage as mine. So clearly the sale prices of houses in my neighborhood are much less than my house is being valued.
Okay.
My immediate street, Tide Mill Terrace. So there are 7 homes in my street. One is much larger than the other one, so I didn't include that in this. So did I put that in the old one? Yeah.
Do you have, and this is good, but I'm saying, your market comps, you've got these 3, where I heard you were, Southgate is there, okay, and Pease, and then the other one is Sasko Hill. Okay, so those are your.
I have a couple other ones.
Yeah, okay, I want to make sure I have them.
Can we use this?
Yeah, we'll use both, but I'm just saying, I want to break down right where the sales comparison, when we talk it through. So
this is
Southgate, Pease, and then I want.
This is the Sasko Hill one.
Okay.
This is another Sasko Hill one.
Okay. Okay, good. And this sold for, and this is asking one. Okay.
And I have the field cards. So the field cards for the South Streets ones as well. Get to that.
Okay.
So this is the field. You want the field card for Southgate?
I mean, yeah, I'll take it if you want to give it to me, but this is. Actually, I might, only because the weight of your appraisal is in your land, and I just want to make sure.
That's another thing, now that you say that. So.
But the sales comps work, they help, but I want to make sure it's not, okay, those houses are double your size, but you've got, an acre of property, and you've got a half, or whatever.
Yeah, we can talk about the property. It's interesting, there's a house on the end of Tide Mill that just sold, and they're splitting the lot.
Okay.
And they're selling the lot for $1 million. They're listed the lot for $1 million, quarter acre lot. maybe that's why every home on Tide
It's gone
has been
up.
gone up, just because that one lot listed, not even for sale.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
listed for $1 million, sold it yet.
Okay,
I can't imagine they're gonna sell for much, but whatever. So maybe that's for the land values. But anyway, back to this. So on Tide Mill Terrace, just on Tide Mill Terrace, there are 7 homes at Tide Mill Terrace. I've listed, or 8 homes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 homes on Tide Mill, one's much larger than the other one, so I didn't include that one.
okay,
But on this table, you can see that my home is essentially assessed by the town at essentially the same price as all the homes on Tide Mill. My house is the smallest one on Tide Mill,
okay,
by 500 square feet. It was upgraded 10 years ago. All of the other homes were upgraded more recently. These are all my neighbors. We all get along. I've been in their homes. They all have beautiful homes, and my home is also a very nice home. But these homes were upgraded much more recently than mine. Their lots are much flatter and squarer than mine. My lot is like a pizza shape
okay,
as it goes around the cul-de-sac. They made my lot a pizza shape so that the other ones could be more square.
okay, yeah, no, I get you.
So there's really not much room to build. I know that because when we bought the property, we wanted to kind of expand to the size. There wasn't room to make the house larger to the sides because of the squareness of the pie shape of the lot. So compared to all of the other homes, our house is assessed essentially the same at 1.8, even though we are 500 square feet smaller with a older home. We fixed up our house when we bought it 11 years ago. Still has the 1970s bones in it. It was upgraded. The kitchen was put on and upgraded. Other than that, it's still a 1970s home for the most part. Bathrooms are updated.
Okay,
So I think that when it did the mass assessment, the value of our construction was also overassessed.
okay,
Anyway, so I think that's a crazy argument when you look at the Tide Mill addresses, including my house as the smallest one in the neighborhood. The most recent sale on Tide Mill is 108, which sold for 1.6, but also a home that's bigger than ours and probably nicer than ours with a better lot.
you have that?
I don't have that one. That's,
Okay.
I mean, I have it here, but
Okay,
it's 108 Tide Mill.
that's important.
I have that.
When did it sell, do you know? I mean, I could look it
During COVID.
up. Oh, okay, all right, so, but
So
still,
maybe it's older.
yeah.
That's why I didn't grab it.
but that's the last one on your street to go?
That's the last one on the street to go, other than this empty lot that's for sale now.
20, we'll call it 20.
21 maybe.
And it went for 1.8?
I went
No.
to 1.6.
Okay. I'll put about. Actually, that's not really that good for you. Okay,
Here
and
it
then we're
is,
saying,
here. Their appraisal is 1.6.
and you got the quarter acre is the one that's currently for sale, currently empty lot.
That's the one that sold recently.
Okay. It's sold in 22, okay. Okay. That's probably what the problem is, because if they're saying a quarter acre, what are you? What year?
3/4?
Yeah.
7, 8, I want to say.
I wonder if that maybe didn't drive it a little bit. Okay, there's something to consider. So the quarter acre empty lot for sale for $1 million. Okay,
Listed, hasn't sold.
right.
So that's Tide Mill. I talked about the age and condition. Our house is kind of up on a hill.
Okay,
We hear the highway on most days. I talked about the odd-shaped lot, and there's certainly building a lot more commercial stuff in our neighborhood as well, as far as like the value of the area. Finally, I would say that I reached out to a real estate agent from Coldwell Banker, who sent me an email back and said that she would list the house for 1.675, which I still think is very high. I have that email somewhere.
what are you asking? Maybe don't give me that email.
Why, I think that's too high?
Well, I'm just saying, you're asking 1.4, so I.
Well, no, I still think it's too high.
Yeah.
Just because a real estate agent tells me that, that's.
I know, but at any rate, it cuts
I won't
to
tell
the
you.
idea, well, no, it cuts to the idea, if you want, that 1.8 is maybe too high.
Right.
So if you want to give it to me, you
Can't find it here.
can.
I'm more arguing that based on a price per square foot,
Mhm.
Even if I rated it at $550 per square foot, that's where I came up with 1.4 number, going on the price per square foot. I wish I could devalue the lot more.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think that they're valuing my lot at $1 million
Yeah.
based on the sale price of this crazy lot across the street.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause they have your lot at 1.3.
Just a lot.
Yeah.
See, that's crazy. I mean, that to me is,
Yeah.
it's a pie shape, it's on a hill, it's like, it's got to be based on this empty lot across the street that has not sold and is.
Right, so your best bet is for your sales comp. And obviously the breakdown per square footage. I know, right? I got busy. There was some hiccup this morning, like when I came in, I don't know, because I'm just one of the people, the board is 5 people, and I have served on it for years before, but I am not on it this year, except in a reval year, they are allowed to bring on 4 more people to help just turn through.
Yeah.
So you have to get it done in March, and so I was one of those that had to go through the whole process. So anyway, I figured when I came in, I know, but I figured like, okay, they're not gonna know who, it was fine. So there was nothing, they had no box, they had no nothing, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. It turns out, the person, I guess, this morning just left this up here, and she's also new or whatever, and so it's here. Right? I was like, damn it, 'cause I was like, I'm going home. Well, there's no way, we're gonna,
Yeah.
but then I also heard that these notices, I guess, didn't go out in time, I don't know.
I got my notice for this meeting yesterday.
Yeah, that's the guy in front of you, so 2 people in front of you said.
Yesterday.
That's right, and I was like.
And that's why I was like, oh my God, I
I know. Okay, well, I'm happy that you did. Okay, so I feel we got an idea here. And we'll forward anything else you can, I mean, there's nothing, anything else you can think of. It's gonna be tough for you anyway. This is good, I'm saying.
Mhm.
I would love to see, roughly what houses with this lot are moving. There's some realtors on the board, and they might know that information off the top of their head. But I'm just thinking out loud.
Mhm.
But your sales comps are decent.
Yeah, the lot is, I don't even know if they're going to break up that lot.
Right.
Selling it as a whole. I mean, it's a beautiful older home on Sesquivel Road, but the Sesquivel Road owns a huge back lot.
Mm-hmm.
So when the guy bought it, he was like, oh, maybe I'll make some money by splitting off this back of it. So that's what he's done. He's listed it, he hasn't sold it yet.
Yeah.
And they rebuilt the house in the front, and I think they're going to sell the house in the front with the lot in the back, and let the person who buys the house say, I either want to sell the lot, or maybe leave it for myself. But that's where it comes.
I think it might be what's
It's got to be what's driving it.
Yeah, I have it. We'll mention it. Okay.
If I can make my lot smaller, make it.
I know.
The people don't want to live big yachts now.
I know.
They want to live on East Lawn with a quarter acre.
I'm the opposite. Like where I live, I have I was always down this way, and then COVID came, we moved up there, and I'm just like, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
I just can't, I don't know. I mean, I understand all of my friends are down here. I understand the allure of it, but I don't want my neighbor right there.
Yeah.
Like, that's too loud of a
being
person.
downtown. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, that's
a
true.
big lot or a small part, that's cool. I like being able to walk there.
That's well said. Now that it's year-round, do you remember when Dairy Queen was closed?
Of course.
And then it was like, you drive by there, like, look at the fatties out there, like, how to get their ice cream day one. You're like, calm down.
I think free ice cream cone day is coming up, so keep an eye on that.
I'll see you in the morning. All right, good luck. We
So
turn this
here-
off. Okay. Okay, so my name is Katie Gustin. I'm one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals for this reval process.
All right.
I am just going to read this onto the record,
Good.
and if you hear any inconsistencies, just correct me, please.
Yeah.
This is appeal number 600. Property address is 41 Vesper Street. The owner is Margaret Anania. Town value is $694,300. Ask value is $654 even. Okay, hearing time is 5:08. So, are you familiar with the process at all?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to hear your appeal.
Okay.
We're going to get to, after all the appeals have been heard by all of the members, we're going to get together as a group and we're going to deliberate.
Okay.
When the decision is reached, the assessor is notified that night. The letter should go out to you within 5 days, whatever it is.
Okay.
And you have instructions there. Either it's been granted in part, et cetera, and so on. If you don't agree with it, you can appeal for another year. next year, or you can take it to court and go that way.
Yeah.
I am just gonna swear you in,
Okay.
and I'll raise this here. You would just raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
I'm just gonna sign right here.
Is this for a car loan?
Imagine, when was the last time you did that? It's about 7,000 signatures now. Okay, so, here we go. This is done. Now it's your turn.
Okay, very good. All right, let's get started. All right. I started by looking at, what the town said it was worth, which they said was $694,300. I feel that's on the high side. I had selected 3 comparables that are in the area.
Okay.
It is a 2-family house, and it's in the Tungus Hill area.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So now, when I was looking at comparable sales, of course, when you start getting out of that area, some of the houses start much larger, and the value is so much higher.
Yeah.
So these are 3 that are right in the area. I got one on Longview Avenue. It's about a little over a mile away. I got one on Villa Avenue, half mile away, and one on Longfellow. It's 0.67 of a mile away. All right. All the sales that I have here are fairly close in size to the subject. All right. My house is 2,518. Comp 1, 2,334. Comp 2, 2,184. And on Longfellow, it's 1,950. All right. After I made adjustments for size, location, and lot size, I have one sale that came in at $549. That's the one on Longview, which, by the way, that house was in pretty tough shape. So that was the bottom end of the market. And then I had Villa Avenue at $654. Again, that was on a very busy road corner of Villa, right? And that one came in at $654, $750. And then I have one on Longfellow Avenue, which came in at $663. So I feel that the value is closer to $650 on the property. Which, again, I mean, for us it'll make a big difference because we're retired now.
Sure.
And $694. So if we're looking at maybe $50,000 in adjustment, that's a really big deal for us. Now, I did say that the house does need work. We're trying to save up money now to put a roof on. We can't change insurance companies because of the roof. It's like really going crazy. But the interior started to become dated. In the 90s, I put the addition on the house, and the bathrooms are pretty much original. Windows really need replacing. The deck needs repair. Excuse me. And the kitchen flooring really needs replacement. So that being said, that's the inside of the house. But when I looked at other comparable sales, I found information that the land values are really high. Okay. And I have proof here. All right. I got 6 comparables. They're not in the subject area. One's on the east side of town. One's on the west side of town. But I found this to be the case is what's going on with the reval. All right. For example, I have one on 37 Arena Place. House sold for $493, and what do you call it? The and the land value was assessed at $521,800. So the land value was higher than the sale price of the house, and these are not tear downs.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not tear downs. All right. The next one was 26 Arena Place. Sold for $525, and the land value is appraised at $521,800. So it's almost the full price of the.
Can you leave this with me?
Yeah.
Because I don't have it anywhere here.
Yeah. And then I have 65 Arena Place, sold for $532,000, and the land value is $521,000. So, it's only a 10,000 differential between what the town says the land is and what the house sold for.
Right.
All right, so that's one. Okay. Then I'm on the other side of town here, and I have 3 sales. Again, I checked to see if these were tear downs. They're not. All right, I have 172 Alden Street.
And were you using this for land comp or overall?
Overall.
Okay,
Okay, overall, because they're not in my neighborhood.
What do they have is this you?
Yeah.
I don't have a field card unless this is mine. What, they have you at 492 for the land, okay.
Okay. So.
I see, okay.
All right, and so I have 172 Alden. It sold for $637,000, and what do you call it? The land is assessed for $773,700. So that, again, the assessed is more than the sale price of the house. Then I have 73 Alden Street, sold for $705,000, and that town appraised, not assessed.
Yeah.
Sold for the appraised value for that one was $762,000. So it's like $60,000 above the actual sale price of the house. It's what the town says the land is.
Got it.
And then we have 705. 183 Alden Street sold for $705. And again, that one, land value, $750, $200. So, they're being appraised higher than what these houses sold for. And again, these are not tear downs. All right, so if you want that,
Yes, I do.
you can hold on to that. All right, I have that in my records. So,
Let me just make a note. Go ahead, I'm listening, but.
so overall, I'm saying, I feel it's a little bit on the high side, okay? And I say I'm close to $650,000.
Okay.
So I try to prove my point here.
I think you
that
did
way.
good.
I'm sure you could use that information.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is fantastic. I just want to just have it so that I remember this 1,000 appeals from now.
And I also appraised a duplex, and the same thing is going on. I mean, that's even wild. What's going on with the duplex?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you weigh? They're just way out of whack, you think?
Yeah. Well, I appraised the duplex, and what I found is, well, first of all, you have the duplex condominium duplexes, right?
Just so I'm clear here,
Yeah.
the town has the value here,
Right.
and this is what the thing sold for.
That was the sale price.
And
correct.
is there a date? Oh, yeah, okay, perfect. These are the dates
Right.
of sale.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm. Got it?
Yep.
Okay, hope that helps.
The house is actually sold for. Perfect, okay, good. Got all this, putting this all together. Okay. Do you do appraisals all over the place?
For 40 years.
Oh, so you know. Anyone hire you to do this, besides this?
Oh, this is my wife.
Yeah, but I mean, like, did you have anybody else?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll see more of you or no?
Yeah, I'll see more of you. Yeah.
I mean, I like it. I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. I mean, I
Easy
try
to
to
work
document everything.
Yeah.
I really don't get compensated for the amount of work I put into it.
I know, I know.
It's a lot of detail. I've been totally exhausted for the last 3 weeks. I had to cancel an appointment, a flight, 3 times because of this reval to help my customers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you going?
I was going to see my wife. She's down south,
Florida.
convalescing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is it Florida at least?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, well, she's with the dog, so she's happy.
What kind of dog?
Shiva.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're nice. Shiba Inu.
Yeah, Shiva,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're cute.
The only picture I have in my...
And your
cell
phone is that?
Yeah, that's Juno.
Oh, that's a pretty.
Yeah.
So, boy or girl?
Girl.
She likes it better down there?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
She loves it.
I mean, there are like so many snakes and I don't know.
Some people are like that.
Yeah, I'm like that. I went down there once for
Right, well
Christmas.
then, go to North Carolina.
I went down for Christmas and I was swimming on Christmas Day, and I love to swim, but I was furious. It should be cold, it should be snowing. It wasn't right to me.
Well, we had plenty of snow.
I know,
Yeah.
oh my God, be
Yeah.
careful what you wish for. But would rather be cold. I love the summer,
Right.
but I'd rather be ultimately cold than hot.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, some people are, I have another friend of mine, I won't go out to Florida, snakes,
I saw snakes going in a dryer vent once,
Yeah.
as we were driving by the house.
I had that, yeah.
Oh, my
I
God.
had to put a screen up. He just left. But,
It could be worse. You ever see Australia?
yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
level.
we really don't have that many venomous snakes.
No, I know.
But we do, we have a lot of gopher turtles,
Okay.
and.
Are they troublemaking or no?
No,
Okay.
they cause to lay eggs.
So they might mess up your plans.
No, they won't, no.
All right.
No. And then you have your normal squirrels and.
Yeah. Regular stuff. There's
Yeah.
deer down there?
What's that?
They have deer down there?
Yes, they do,
Yeah.
in the northern part.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, when I drove down in the springtime,
You drive?
yeah,
There's a train that'll take your car down.
I know that, but you're in Virginia by the time you get on the train. You're almost there. For the life of me, I don't know why they haven't used Bridgeport as a terminal
I
to
know.
do this.
I know. Because there's so many people up here
Right.
that go down, yeah.
And for years I've been saying that. They got the yards, the old train yards. They could do it,
Yeah.
Oh,
so you have to drive, I didn't know where you picked it up. You gotta drive all the way down to like Maryland, Virginia.
Virginia, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, by then, I don't know.
But I take the northern route, so I go across Jersey to Pennsylvania to Harrisburg,
Okay.
and then I pick up, I think it's 81, and that follows the Appalachian Mountains down.
Okay, so the view is nice.
Yes, no tolls,
Okay.
no nothing. And then we cut across and come back down again in South Carolina.
So then you bypass all that bullshit in like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because the
And
traffic
sometimes
would
we
add.
take the back roads through the Carolinas.
Yeah, okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah.
Banjo players out there.
Yeah, but it's nice to see the country.
Yeah, there's good furniture makers out there too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
Oh, good for you.
There's a lot going on.
So you think you'll end up down there sometime, at some point, or no?
I really don't want to leave up here,
Yeah.
but, it's like, the cost of it just exorbitant.
It's getting crazy.
It's just getting to be impossible.
Do you have kids?
Yeah, I got 4
Are
boys.
they around?
One's in North Carolina.
Okay, all right.
And the other 3 don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, 2 are married and 2 are single.
Yeah,
And,
they like it.
yeah, well, I had to get rid of the tenant upstairs because having tenants is a pain in the ass. When I first converted the house to a 2-family, we had gotten a girl, and she was there for 30 years. Right, but since then, trying to get a tenant.
Mhm.
So then my son said, when I kicked the last guy out, he says, Dad, I want to take the
Yeah.
apartment.
Yeah.
So I says, okay. So we cleaned it up, shampooed the carpets, painted the whole thing, and now he lives
That's
upstairs.
good, that's good.
Yeah.
Now you could
Yeah.
throw him out if you had to.
No, well, he works.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, he works. He's in the tech business.
And so then when you go away, you feel comfortable because you got someone that,
Right.
with eyes
He
on it. Oh,
watches
that's
the-
good.
He watches the house.
That's good.
Yeah. Mhm. Wow.
All right.
Anyway, maybe I should become part of the board.
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly, the pay is fantastic.
Really?
No, it's voluntary. But I get to meet a lot of interesting people, so in a way, it pays like that. Let me do. And what do we got? Gussen. Gussen. The way this works is we've got a little over 1,000 appeals. We're going to get through them individually. We're going to come together as a group and do a deliberation. That decision will be whenever that's reached, maybe a couple weeks before we get to that. Once that happens, the assessor will be notified immediately, and then the letter goes up to you maybe 5 days later, something like that. There'll be information in that letter telling you sort of what your choices are. If you're happy with what happens, great. If you're not, you can always reapply in the following year, or you can escalate to court. But that'll all be laid out for you there. I'm just going to read this onto the record, so I'm going to lean the phone a little bit. And if you hear anything that's incorrect, correct me. This is appeal number 605. Property address is 115 Roanoke Avenue. Owner is Martha Lametta. Town value is $434,793. Ask amount is $395 even. Okay, now I'm just going to swear it in.
Did you need this? I think you needed a copy of the letter. I wasn't thinking you needed it.
Well,
Bring it,
critical, I don't.
bring it with you.
Okay, so if you just raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, you just signed there. And then the floor is yours. You're going to give me everything, tell me everything you want me to know, and we'll go from there.
So you have a packet, and I pulled the two properties that they use as comps.
Okay.
So the first one is 26 Plum Avenue.
When you say they used, do you mean Vision, or where, actually, it wasn't Vision this year?
It was Tyler.
Okay.
Tyler Technologies?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
How do you know they use that?
Because I spoke.
You spoke to, okay, so you did the,
Yes, I did the call.
okay,
With,
okay,
with the guy.
okay.
I have his name with me here.
No, I know,
Okay.
I'm just curious.
No, I did the call and asked him what he used. Just so you know, I work at Keller Williams.
Okay, okay.
So I'm not an agent, but I have a lot of agents.
Sure, access to stuff, okay,
So we pulled the comp.
okay.
Oh, wait.
No, I'm listening, I just want to look at your thing.
And they said 26 Plum and 60 Longview, which are two streets right there, Plum to Roanoke to Longview. So the first one, 26 Plum, has 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. Mine has 2 and 1 bath.
Okay,
Also, that one also has 1,300 square feet. Mine is 1,128 square feet. And it also has a sunroom that's enclosed. And I did include pictures
okay.
along with that listing.
Going through. Which property is this? I just want to write it on, so when we look at it. Oh, this is probably all connected to the Roanoke.
Yeah, that's,
Okay. then
that's
that makes
mine.
sense. Okay,
That's
okay. So then here we go.
Yeah, there it is. I think 60.
This is Campview.
Oh. Whoever's putting it out of order from what I had.
All right, sorry. And this is currently for sale, the 310 Castle?
310 Castle was just.
No, it says it closed.
Yeah, these are all closed properties.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, and those were just other comps in Fairfield
okay,
that we pulled as evidence.
okay.
Yeah. That, I mean, the issue with this community these are considered single-family homes. They're row houses.
Okay.
They're not townhouses, there's no association. So when you're pulling comps, it's hard.
Yes.
Because, and that's why I pulled these other comps, Campfield and other, because these are definitely homes with driveways and garage.
Yeah.
So it's hard, I get it. But, so they're saying that, this 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,300 square foot with a sunroom is comparable to my home, and it's not. Because mine has 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and 1,128 square feet. So that's number one. Plus it was renovated. I mean, if you go through the pictures, you can surely see that before it was sold, they put some money in it.
Okay.
There's the sunroom. It's like a separate.
Yep.
Okay.
And so the one they use, Longview, sold for $409.
Okay, so now yes.
Okay,
60 Longview.
okay.
Okay, that's a little more comparable to mine. That's 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, 1.5 bath that I don't have. And that sold for $409.
Okay.
Yep. And that's a brand new kitchen and bath and a finished basement. They also have a foyer and a mudroom. I don't.
Okay.
So there's no foyer, no mudroom, and you can see totally it was finished. So what's happening in this neighborhood is when they go on sale, which is not often,
Yeah.
there's always a total renovation. Some of them have been taken down and stuff. So this one on Longview is definitely remodeled.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other thing just so you know, on Plum Avenue, when you come into Plum, it's a one-way, and there's almost like, they have to park on street, but they can park in front of their home. It's Diagonal.
Okay, okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with the neighborhood.
I'm not.
Okay. So they have kind of reserved parking, even though it's a public street. When you hook the corner to Roanoke, it's all, unless you
You're on
have
your own.
a driveway, you're on your own.
Okay,
And I've been there for 20 years.
okay,
2005, and it's gotten 150% time. There's a lot of, again, they don't come on the market, and there are a lot of rentals. So what happens with this one guy renting was $400.
okay.
Yeah. And never mind snow.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
go there. This is just normal. So I don't have off-street parking, which is negative. It's true negative. You talk to any real estate person, they'll say that. I know I'm going to have 15 minutes.
No, you're good, you're good.
Okay. So again, Longview, new kitchen, a new bath, and a finished basement with a foyer and a mudroom. I don't have those.
Okay,
And that was built for $409. That's why, and I didn't just pull this number out of the blue. I did speak to some agents who price homes. And this is kind of unanimous, based on all of this, unanimously what they said. And of course, they would probably start higher. Realistically, they think that's what I would get. And then
okay.
Redfin and Chase estimate, we sold for my home.
Okay, that's back here, hang on.
Yeah, I had an order for them, I messed it up.
I know. Okay, here's Redfin, here we go.
Yeah, Redfin and Chase, which a lot of the agencies kind of along with the MLS, which is where we pulled these numbers.
Okay.
They have my home, as you can see, yeah. And this is current. This was just pulled on the 19th. And there's the one you were looking at is my house.
Okay.
Yeah. And it looks like an old, no, I guess maybe it's time. So again, they pulled these estimates, which 396, and then the other one. Redfin has a range from almost quite high. Redfin has 411 to 352. So Chase was 389.6 and Redfin is 411 to 352.
So what? I see 380. Right? Which is better.
Well, that's what I paid for.
Okay, maybe that's why it's there, okay.
That's why it's there,
So,
yeah.
okay. When did you buy it?
20 years ago.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's 380. It was the height of the market, and the market crashed. I bought it in 2006.
Okay.
And
God, that was 20 years
it
ago.
was 20 years ago. And,
Like 5 years.
and in 2008 and 9, the housing market
Yeah.
tanked. And I bought it at the height of the market.
Okay.
But I loved it, and I still love living there, and I don't want to sell it.
Okay.
So my goal is not to sell it.
Okay, so Chase has you there and Redfin has you here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how we came up with the 395.
Okay.
And again,
What's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference? And again, I didn't just tap into one agent and didn't say what Federico said it was worth or John said it was worth. I just let them give me the numbers. And mostly everyone said that some had a little lower, some had about 400. So
Okay.
I kind of came up with
Yeah.
395.
Okay.
All right. So that's that. And then I think that's all I have.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the other comps, just briefly. I mean,
Yeah, no, take time.
You can't really compare because these are really homes.
Okay, okay.
310 Castle Hill. But what we're trying to do
To show what they're selling for.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put it in.
Again, this was 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, but lower square footage. So again, there's nothing similar, but it's a lot lower, 377.
Yeah.
And it has parking. It has parking. It's the Cape Cod. I mean, again, but it was built in 1968. being posted in 1918 when mine was built.
Okay.
So that's why we pulled kind of these,
Yeah.
but I could see we have that in there. Not
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Let me see, I don't want to overdo it. Oh, wait, yes, I do have this one here.
okay.
I do have it, I'll give it.
And this one should be there.
And that one, let me see, pumpkin.
Capital, we can have-
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, again, it's not exact, but this is not an exact science, I know it's not. Just hoping for some realistic look at my little house. Because I do love living there, but I don't like paying taxes.
No, I know.
I know. But again, it's, and I haven't done anything except make,
Right.
you know, I did put in new windows. Oh, and on the field card, it does say there's an outstanding lien, not a lien, permit, outstanding permit. I have since had the building inspector come and close it out. It was for, renewal by Anderson Window.
Okay.
I think it said, yes, building permit record. Right here. Building permit record, and it was outstanding. So he
Okay.
came 2 Fridays ago, and he closed it, and he said, actually his words, I wish everybody would, you know, my Anderson on old homes. I said, okay.
Well, so I got an estimate for my house. I don't necessarily need new windows, but they're, some of them are a little drafty. And I'm like, I'm only going to use Anderson. Like, and it is $178,000. And I'm like, and it's like, I can pay them $1,200 a month for, how many years? Like, I have to do it. I mean, I don't have to do it, but I want to do it. But I was like, you could buy a house for it, maybe not. But,
Well, so what I did, I just did the doors, because they were.
well, that is the most expensive part.
Yeah.
Because I had a bunch of doors, not a bunch, but like this porch door and that's like $11,000, $12,000, $15,000 for those. And I was like, okay, each.
Yeah. But I'll tell you,
Worth it.
lifetime.
Yeah. Yep.
If you sell the house, the guarantee, the warranty goes with it.
Yeah.
So the
He did
buyer
tell
doesn't
me
get
that.
it. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you, a couple of times, because, you know, houses like that sell and
Yeah.
whatever. And so they come and they reset whatever they have to reset, no charge, free, where you have to pay a hit.
Sure.
Home Depot, and I get no trouble.
I know.
And you know what, I'm thinking, and they always have sales, like, you know what, a couple of windows need to be replaced.
Yeah.
I do a couple at a time.
That's what I thought. I'm like, maybe I'll just do this kitchen. Maybe I'll do, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably just gonna do my kitchen and probably dining room, and just string with it.
Yeah,
And I
that's
have
fine.
sales.
I know. And the guy was really nice. So I was like,
You can't do that.
I know.
It's way expensive. But the building inspector said I wish everybody would do it, because it's,
Okay, then I have to do it. I'll do this
yeah,
spring.
do you know this, anybody in the building department?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
I know.
Well, I can't remember the name, but he said I wish everybody would, especially with older homes. And he said even with newer homes, because they're manufactured to the exact, and these.
You're right, yeah.
Buildings, you can't get a window like
To
that.
find that anywhere to plug in, you're right.
You're gonna have to get some handyman, and by the end of the day, you're paying the handyman his or her hours, and, you know, like, I can't say that.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do it now.
Do it in stages.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just other than those kind of things. I mean, when I first moved in, I put in the windows. You know, that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's why and it's just maintenance that I've done. There's no tear down, rebuild of anything. And as I pointed out in my little note there, I bought it from the landlord that I rented for about 6 months. The bathroom has never been updated.
Okay.
And he repurposed a toilet from his home in Gary Inn. Okay? So it works.
Yeah.
Until it breaks, I don't think. And it works fine. It's old, and it works.
Okay.
So nothing.
Right.
You know
No
what I'm
major,
saying?
nothing updated.
So when you're comparing it to these other two that have, like, definitely sunroofers and added value.
Yeah.
I have some. Would love a sunroof.
No, I like sunroom. I wrote kitchen and read.
Yeah, the one on Plum has a sunroof, which is lovely. I'd love to have a sunroof. I don't have one. And the on-street parking.
Yeah, I have that.
It's a real killer. It's the share. And people are so rude.
No, because like when you plow or shovel out, was it just like
Every
tough shit when you left? Like
Yep.
you do all the work,
Yep.
then you leave and go to work and you come home and
Yep.
someone's in it.
And so, about 10 years, I was still cleaning in this city. maybe a little longer. I got up in the morning, shoveled out, went to the train station, got home late at night, it was 9 o'clock. Not one place in the whole neighborhood. I said to myself, oh my God, I'm going to have to start to see this parking. But I found one.
By, like Home Depot, that's,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But I found one on Plum, so I pulled in the park. I got up this morning, go to the train, the guy who lived there parked behind me. Yeah, I had to call the police. So, and that was 10 to 12 years ago. It's only gotten worse.
See, that, I personally would rather more garages than like bedrooms. I know that no one, for resale, nobody cares to hear it. I could not, I'd be on the news if I had to deal with someone.
You need a garage.
Yeah.
You need a little driveway.
Yeah.
And some have it. Some in the neighborhood have it.
Yeah.
And that poor guy with 4 cars, right? He has a driveway.
And he doesn't use it?
One car. Sometimes doesn't use it at all. Or, yeah.
Jerk.
I know, and I have to take deep breaths.
I know, what could you do?
Yeah, there's no idea. Okay, so that's all my,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
feel.
good, perfect. Like I said, it's gonna take us a little bit to get through these, and then once we get together,
No worries.
they do get the letters out, it's just a matter of when.
Yeah, as long as you have all these.
Yeah,
questions,
everything
I'm
looks, yep, I think we've got enough info here, we'll deliberate and we'll decide.
happy. Okay,
Good luck to you.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you for coming in.
and get those Anderson. I don't think we'll be unhappy, and like I said, well, I guess that would have value.
Sure, I don't need any more. You know, I should have come to this. Let me turn this off. Okay, wait, so we're doing 551. No, wait, let's get your, hang on.
It's not like me, you get all mixed up at the end of this thing, don't you?
What are we, by the way? We're 10:25. Here we go. Okay. So we're starting this at 5:51, and I have to report you down here. Where are you? Okay. So let me just read them for the record. This is Appeal 645, property address 1025 Fairfield Beach Road. The owner is Fairfield Shore LLC. Town value 1062041. The ask is $697,100. Okay, let me get rid of this. Oh, I did right, Catherine. Okay. I don't have to swear you in because you're already been sworn in and you're a lawyer. So, let's do this. Okay. All right. Okay. When I'm done, hit it. Let me look at it quickly. I'm ready when you are.
I'm gonna submit comps
Okay.
afterwards.
Okay.
The land value.
You're going to bring them to the assessor.
Yes,
Okay.
The land value issue is here. So you got $1,026,000 for this. This is a roadside property, okay? It sits on the ground. I know there's not much value to the structure. They like to put it all on the land to make it raise them if you want to ever do any improvements. But putting that issue aside, 26 Lighthouse Point, which is a direct waterfront property, right? Direct waterfront. And I'll show you by way of example, and I'll submit it later on. This is virtually the
So
same land value.
does this one back up to the water or no?
No.
Because I know you're on the water side, but there's one behind you,
Water
behind you?
side, so you
I can
got
see it
zero
here.
water views,
Okay.
okay? I mean, I say that, that's really not true. I think if you look at a certain angle on the second floor, you can see.
But there's a house, there's a structure behind you.
There's one here, one here, one here, one here, and they're big and tall.
Okay.
Okay, they're all big and tall. This is sitting on the ground. It's, the beach slopes down to the roadside on this one, not by much, maybe 3 or 4 feet, right? But now, this is sitting on the ground. The one that's in front of it is really almost 3 stories, right? 2.5 stories, whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Full stories. To the left, to the right, to the left is a concrete one. That's again 2.5 stories. So one on the other side is 2.5 stories. Very tall. So you get no water views. You got no water rights. you know, right to travel, there's no right of ways to the water. But you got $1 million land value. If you go to 20,
Really? There's no access?
no access.
Okay.
So a lot of these accesses, they were grandfathered and they become gone at some point. When you look at other properties down there, really, it seems like everything's $1 million for land down there, right? Everyone's $1 million. 46, Lighthouse Point, $1 million for land, right? That's
From you. I'm listening.
26, Lighthouse Point, is like $1 million.
Okay, yeah, you're $1 million as well. Okay.
I'm looking for 26, Lighthouse Point.
Is that in here already? Or am I gonna take
26
it from
for
you?
Peter,
Okay, okay,
all right?
Okay.
And I'll submit that.
okay.
But
Yeah.
the land value is $1 million. Now, that's a direct waterfront property, direct water access, clear and unobstructed views. And we're applying that same land value to a property that is sitting on the ground, non-FEMA compliant, no water access, and no views.
And what is the address, 26?
26 Lighthouse Point. And I'm not appealing the land value on 26,
Okay.
even though I think it's a little high. I think everything's high, but I get it, you know? But this one's understandable, it's direct waterfront.
Okay.
But this one's not. And you can't even get to the beach. The same.
You own all these properties, or you're representing? You own them?
Representing my client, okay? The same thing applies with 949. 949 is really out of whack. They got $2 million in land value on 949.
Okay,
You know, which, why?
okay. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that was the one that we did earlier, yeah.
I told you I gotta submit.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
I think I said that right. So, yeah. So that's really what I got there. I just wanted to see it. I like that. Bury everything in the land.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think it's part of the process just to make everybody raise their houses. You know, that's really all I got on it.
Okay.
It's a simple pitch on
Yep,
value.
okay.
Okay?
I'm gonna. Okay. When we get through the hearing sessions, we get together as a group and deliberate and make our decisions. We notify the assessor that night. They notify you, I believe, within 5 to 7 days. If you love the decision, great, you don't have to do anything else. If you don't, there will be information provided in that letter telling you either you can go to court or you can wait a year and appeal. Again, that's just procedural. I'm just going to lean over here and read this onto the record, and you will correct me if anything is different than it should be. This is Appeal 628. It is 6:13 p.m. Property address is 44 Lindbergh Court. The owner is Mary Halloran. Town value, $895,500. Ask amount, $800 even. Okay. I'm going to swear you both in, and you're just going to sign there.
Will we get a copy of the recording?
I think it's available. They handle it all downstairs. We're just like town taxpayers that were elected to this, and we don't get paid or anything like that, so we don't have anything to do with the what goes on downstairs. But they will work for you. If you would just raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, if you could just sign there. And we will get, no, one is good. I will take this back though. And now 6:13, okay, underway. The floor is yours. You're going to tell me everything you want me to know.
I guess first I want to thank you for doing that. Thank you for seeing us. The reason we're appealing is because I believe that the land value of the property is overvalued. I'm not complaining about the house. The house is a little tiny
Okay.
house. So my focus here is on the land value of the property. There have been a lot of changes in the neighborhood over the past couple of years. There are a number of commercial developments that have gone in that are going to affect the price of our homes that
Okay.
already have.
Okay.
There's also
There are approvals, they've not yet gone into construction.
Okay.
there's some proportionality concerns. People have more property than I do, and or less, or the same as are charged less for their valuations. And I gave a couple of examples of that, which I'll take you through.
Okay.
That's summer. So there's a lot of impact to the approved commercial developments in the neighborhood. I don't know if you know the neighborhood. It's on Lindbergh Court is down off South Pine Creek Road.
Okay. Okay.
And it's very sort of like a little bit out of town.
Yep.
But what they're doing is they're making it in town. They changed all the zoning, and they're going to make it an in-town development.
Okay.
So they've approved a Porsche dealership there. It's going to be a
Yeah.
huge monstrosity.
Yeah, I know where that is. Right by that, battery acid.
Where the battery, the factory was.
Yeah.
And then across the street from that, they have approved, the zoning department, despite crazy opposition from all the neighbors, approved a 4-unit mixed-use development on 0.7 acres of property,
What's there now?
like a cigar store and 2 houses.
Okay.
And an empty lot.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So they've approved that, and then, in case the developer didn't get it, he went after an 830G,
60.
which is a 60 unit, which is going to destroy our neighborhood. It's just a mess. There's not going to be any parking, enough parking. There's not going to, it's really,
And he was approved?
he was approved,
Okay.
yes. And it is in litigation.
Okay.
And, all anybody wants is for him to do something smaller. We don't care, we want something there, but we just want him to do something, more reasonable and in keeping with the neighborhood. The neighborhood is kind of an L shape.
Okay.
It's got about 6 houses on Lindbergh Court and about 8, 9 houses on Lindbergh Street. This is Lindbergh Court, this is Lindbergh Street, this is the big building. So,
Okay.
so that's a problem right now for us. Do you think that,
We had a traffic study done, and they said, because there's insufficient traffic parking for that unit, that cars would be lined up on the street on both sides.
Okay.
There's no sidewalks, and that's why it's a big issue.
yes, not because we don't want something there, we just want it to be
I
appropriate.
didn't want anything there.
Well, it's also one of those Lego buildings.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know the neighborhood down there, but they have beautiful little strip mall down at Sasco, in New England style, very nice, but this person.
Where psychology used to be? Or, no?
I don't know.
Right on it's right
We're
across
right
from
south
Chapel
of
Hill.
that,
Yeah, yeah.
So you know what we're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
So they want to put a 5-story building on the corner.
Okay.
So that's going to affect our valuation, and already has affected our valuations. On Lindbergh Street, there are 2 identical houses that were built in 1995. It's in my paperwork.
Okay.
50 Lindbergh Street and 36 Lindbergh Street.
They're literally adjoining, built at the same time.
Right next to each
same
other.
layout,
One
Okay.
the same
One is
square
next
footage.
to the building, the other is not. One of them sold on 12/4/24 for $1,350,000.
Okay.
Then all this stuff happened in 2025 with all of these approvals and things. And the one next door, the identical house next door, sold for $400,000 less. Sold for $950,000. Now we're going to talk about that house in a minute too.
Okay.
I think it's worth noting that the second house sold prior to the valuation.
Yes, it sold on 8/1.
Right, October.
I'm
maybe
sure
the-
when they did their valuation, they compared sales for maybe a year or 2 years.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what the timing
Why
was.
this was, yeah.
Right.
Oh, and also on the property card you see in the middle of the page,
Mhm.
it wasn't recorded as a
It
sale.
was never recorded as a sale on Vision Appraisal. And you can see that down below where that circle is.
Yeah.
And I looked today, and it's still not on addition appraisal. So this went through, the first evaluation where we told them this, and it didn't work out anyway. So this is skewed because that sold for $950, and it says nothing.
I mean, the only time that they recorded as nothing is when it's like a transfer to a trust, but that doesn't seem, they list the owners here.
Yeah,
We know the people.
we know them, yeah, and
Yeah, I was gonna say, as long, okay.
I don't know. But anyway, it sold for $950.
Okay.
You can look it up on
Yeah.
Zillow. So there's that, right? So that's another reason I think something's wrong with the numbers. So then let's talk about proportionality and consistency in land valuation. Okay, so our neighborhood is 0067.
Okay.
And so what I did was I went through some comparable type properties in 0067, and you'll see that at the top of page 3. So my immediate neighbor is 36 Windsor Court, and their land appraisal was $764,500, and they have 10,400. So mine is right up above it. You can see the first line subject property. Our acreage is 9758, and we got 795. So why would my neighbor, who was right next door to me,
Both A-lots.
get less, right? And you can take that down here. I mean, here's another one. The next one is on Blake Drive, a couple blocks away from us. And again, that one is about the same acreage, 9750 versus 9758, and they're at 755. And the third line there. So then we go to Ludlow Place, 13,090 acres, and they're at 797. They're only 2,000 more than me. Keep going. I'll just touch on them so you have it. Sort of the same thing with Lee Drive. Same thing with Flax Road, to a certain extent, compared to the subject. Patrick Drive, 806, 55 Patrick Drive, 806 for like weight, a little bit more. But the ones that really stand out are the ones on Linwood Avenue. Those are double the acreage, and you can see what they were charged. And I don't understand that. And also, those two houses sold for like $1 million a piece, and if you drive by, they're like nothing houses. So they're gonna flip it to commercial or something like that. So the fact that those two houses also sold for $1 million a piece skews the valuations.
Do we happen to know, on the 38 and 46, do we happen to have their field cards so I can see?
I do not have
How
their field.
The interesting thing about them is it was bought by Burns Construction, who joins those acres.
Okay.
He obviously bought it to make commercial.
No,
Yeah.
it's Bruce.
So Bruce, not Burns.
Okay.
Yeah, Bruce Landscaping. So it's obviously going to be converted to commercial because it's between.
Do you want me to send you the field cards for those tomorrow?
Did these two sell, 38 and 40?
Yes.
That's not good. So they sold for $1 million. I just wanted to see the breakdown for your case. If I could see the breakdown of what they said the land was worth, if the whole thing sold for $1 million.
So what I have the land here.
I mean, if I could see what they said the total was worth.
Okay.
If they're selling for $1 million, they're saying the land is worth $930.
Do you want me to email that to you tomorrow?
Yeah, it would have to be the office. It wouldn't be me.
Okay, sure.
And thing is, when did these sell?
You could probably look that up. I can probably find that.
I'm just saying, just so you understand the way it goes.
Let me. If you have a minute to fuss around with me, I can certainly do this.
I'm just saying, it's not gonna.
Yeah, we can get in there. Okay, so we're gonna do 38 Linwood. Are you doing it, Jim, or am I?
You go ahead, you can come up with it.
Oh, good.
946.
Okay. So the appraisal is $1,278,000. The assessed value is $700,195. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Linwood. So all I care about is the appraisal. So the whole thing. And let me see if I can see this. Because the problem is going to be, but is this an arm's length transaction?
I don't know.
Because $1 million flat is a weird price, number one. And then I thought you said the builder was Bruce, and then this person's name is Bruce Zapla. Any connection there?
I thought it's the Bruce.
Okay, I just want to
believe Bruce bought it. I guess we're just guessing that Helen was.
You can see who else
Helen
had
was
it before.
the third
Yeah,
unlike partner.
Who's the
You know.
And then, so well, let me see, when did that happen? That happened in 25. Okay, right around the thing. And let me just get his square footage.
I have 1930 on my look up here.
And how does that compare to you?
My
Or-
square footage is 9758. It's right here.
Okay. No, not acreage of land, the square footage of the house.
Oh, the square footage of my house?
Yeah.
1,152 square feet.
Okay. So the houses are about the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting.
And the numbers for 46 if you want to.
Yeah, what do you have for?
The total appraisal
Yeah.
is 963.24.
Okay.
The sale price was $1 million yen. 10,925.
Same person, Bruce?
Bruce.
Okay. Okay, these both sold. I'm just being honest with you.
It's like double the amount of land
Yeah.
and $100,000, less than $100,000 more, $100,000 more or so. So it seems like disproportionate.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll have to make a note that the
When you all get together, like, do you do horse trading for this, or is it everything looked at? Does it matter? Like, do you have like a limit? Like, I've done this stuff like at work, and when a bunch of people get together, sometimes like somebody has a stronger personality or a weaker personality, and you can only have so much. And so, like, when you give people bonuses, it's like you have to fight for your people.
No, it's not like it's not like that at all. In fact, and the realtors are going to be very, I think, key here. I'm not a realtor, but the ones on the board are going to know their properties in and out. And I think it's important to know that this is bought by one person who's most likely looking to develop. It's just, I have to be honest with you, that since near you, it's not like, oh, it's across town. It's not really comparable, and it's sold very, very close to the reval period. The fact that it went for $1 million doesn't help things for you. How about that? It just, because ideally, we're going to look at all of this, of course, but a major portion of this is going to be basically what your market value is, what the property would trade for if it was during this time frame, snapshot, on October 1st of 25, roughly what it was worth, and a way to look at that is to see what houses comparable were selling.
Right.
This is a much larger lot, but I know the realtors, I hear them already, they're going to be saying, but, you're only going to look at buildable lots. There will be value added to the size, but it's not because it's double, it should be worth double, because it's not
No,
realistically
but
how it works.
it is not
It is
proportional.
significant. No, it isn't.
And also, please remember this Lindbergh court right next door to me.
Okay.
Linwood is on the other side of Post Road,
Okay.
kind of a commercial type of area, behind Harry Liquor Store.
Okay. I'm just going to mention this was bought by one person.
It might be the same people who were doing it.
I don't know.
I thought it was Bruce Saplow.
It's Bruce bought it, but who did he buy it from?
Thomas Owens.
No, the other one was, what is, Thomas Course? Thomas Course.
It's Thomas Owens, okay.
With two different Toms. Yeah,
Yeah, someone. Is that correct?
right?
It's Thomas Owens, somebody?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Does it matter if the sales were on the 9th closing as opposed to the date of?
No, I mean, not so much. I'm just trying to work. I'm just trying to think, had it been March, it would have less of an impact.
9/29/25, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's very close to the time we're looking. So,
Closing both in 2 weeks.
yeah. Okay, so we'll focus on,
Proportionality.
yeah. But this is going to be a hurdle. I just want to be upfront about it.
Well, our point is it's double land.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something wrong.
I think
mean,
the
I could
common
go look.
buyer is going to hopefully help
Yeah.
because of the intention there. Maybe they paid more because they were
Like Lee
willing.
does the same kind of thing, right? The acreage is 13.2.
Yeah. Again, I just know I'll have to look at the exact acreage, the square footage numbers for acreage, but if it's not able to be divided, I don't know that it makes that much of a difference. I just want to be upfront with you, that if something's 10,000, meaning
If it's a B lot.
once it's a certain size, obviously you can get 2 out of it, right? So if you're at 9,700 and somebody's at 10,000,
They can get 2 out.
I don't know if they can, is what I'm saying. So if they can't, yes, they have more land than you, but I don't think it, that doesn't mean that your property isn't, I'm just playing devil's advocate, I just want to be upfront. I'm just saying, so you look and you say their number is higher, therefore it should be dollar for dollar, and sometimes there are other factors. Maybe you have a more level lot, maybe yours is more desirably located. I'm just being honest and upfront so you understand that it's not just a straight, okay, you're at 97, they're at 11,000, therefore.
How do they decide though? Like, that's what, I don't understand.
That's when you have to look at the sales.
But like, they didn't look at my property alone. It
Correct,
went through some
correct.
kind of a model.
Correct. And that, to be fair, I'm not a part of. I don't
Yeah,
really know
no,
how
I'm
they do it.
saying, like-
But so the best we can do is when we can look and say, okay, similar property sold for this, and that's why
Right.
this is an issue. The Linwood is, granted, they're not, I'm just letting you know. I'm not saying, all hope is lost. I just don't want you to leave here feeling one way or another, but I just want to say the best we can do is look and say, okay, what were properties transacting for? When we know that, we can say, I just want,
Right.
you know.
Look at this too.
What page?
What we did on the second page. Those 2 exact houses.
Yeah.
After all this drama is going on in the
Mhm.
neighborhood, goes down by $400,000
Yeah.
on the valuation.
Prompted a couple of neighbors to sell immediately once this was announced.
That's true.
And what is it compared to yours? They're double your size, right? You said you're 1,100 square feet. How many square feet are you?
1,107.
Okay, so they're double the size of your
These
house.
are like 2,000 square feet for the house size, yeah.
Okay.
I can get that for you, Jim. As well. 50 Lindbergh Street.
Well, that's listed here. I just didn't, for whatever reason, your field card, oh, here it is. I can just look it up myself.
Oh, yeah, I got the house square footage,
You're at 11.
Yeah, I didn't put because this is not a discussion
Yeah.
really about the house, because the house is an 80-year-old house that's 1,152 square feet. It's nice, but,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not gonna argue $100,000 valuation on that, but the land
Yeah.
is definitely overpriced. The builder's not gonna pay $800,000 or $900,000 for that .22 acre lot to build a new house on.
Yeah.
Assuming that if and when we leave, the house will be knocked down,
Understood.
you know? Not that it's not fine for us, but we're just,
Sure.
You know, the other thing too is, and I know you hear this from everybody, but like our stuff is going up in the 20% range, and like, we're seeing the 6%.
Yeah, no, I understand. Believe me.
Yeah, so like, it's crazy. So you have that, you have things that were not included, you know, I guess that's what we have to say. All of this development over here.
Okay. No, I think I have an idea of where we're going to go. It's going to be tough. But, because even when I'm looking at the Lindbergh Street and I see the complete decline after the planning and zoning approved of whatever units, and even though it's in litigation, whatever it's going to end up being there, it's still a pretty high sale. And I know it's double the size of your house, but the lot is much smaller. I'm just trying to work in my brain. If we're saying,
Just showing the value.
Yeah.
The drop. Really.
Yeah, I know, but unfortunately I can't deny that it's sold for $950. Now it's not the same house, but it's in your neighborhood. I just don't want it to make, oh, there's a marker, this is what the neighborhood's doing.
Well, that's what it is doing.
Yeah.
People have moved.
Yeah. I like the drop aspect. I'm saying for your purposes, $950 isn't helping anything. And I know we're not arguing apples to apples, the houses aren't the same size, et cetera, but
really completely
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
It's an
yeah.
Ours is an 80-year-old house, and
Yeah.
this was built in 1995.
Okay.
Well, I think he assessed their land as significantly lower. But the house was more, because it's almost two houses.
Yeah.
Beautiful houses.
Yeah. They are nice houses. We've been in one of them.
Okay. Okay. 800, all right. Okay.
So we will get a notice, and will any explanation be given to us about the reasoning?
No, honestly, I've never actually seen a notice.
You know, this says nothing, right? The original one that we got.
Right, when they told you the increase?
Right.
You'll have to ask them. I can't imagine they're gonna do that. I think it's just gonna be this is what, yeah. But this is being recorded. Our hearings will be recorded. So you can always ask for, and you come to, if nothing else, if you don't like what is decided, you'll be armed with whatever it was we thought was insufficient. If you move forward, you'll be able to get, because we're gonna be pretty close to whatever the courts are also looking for, so you'll know, this is where it fell
So
short.
your
This is where
discussion will also be.
Yeah. In fact, you can come. I don't know the night it's going to be, but if you call I don't think you're allowed to talk to us about it, but when you're there, but you can come in here right then and there if you want. Again, they set all that up downstairs, so I don't know the date, but they will let you know, and
They will let us know when.
if you wanted, if you said, hey, can you tell me what day I'm going to be, appeal number 628. Try to go in order, but I don't know if it always works that way. They should be able to tell you. You'll definitely be able to hear the recording later, but if you wanted to come live and hear it acted out, you could. That's an option. I mean, who knows, we'll see what we can do, but there are just want to be upfront about something. I don't want you thinking like, oh, good, slam dunk, and then it still might be what you want. I just wanted you to.
Reasonable points.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The development, the drop in the property, and the proportionality. We're doing this before.
80 years. Yeah.
Every sale on those two streets in the last 20 years has been tear down. Both big houses.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Maybe
Jennifer
one
moved in.
Big houses, max house on the small
Yeah,
lot.
like
Even
you
a
should
big lot
see,
is $1.5 million.
the houses next door to me are like palaces.
Yeah. I know that's frustrating, but I feel like,
We don't care.
yeah.
We don't care.
No, I know, I'm just saying, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, do what we can.
All right, I think
No, wish me luck.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely, I wish you luck. Everything here, I need to record this at 6:13. You are Reef. You are this guy. Okay. My name is Katie Gustin. I am one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals for this reval year.
Mhm.
The way this works is there are about 1,000 appeals. We're each doing however many there are.
Mhm.
We're going to finish that. It should take probably 2 weeks. We're going to get together as a group, deliberate in its entirety. Everyone will have all this information from them. We'll make a decision. We'll notify the assessor's office that night. I believe they have like 5 days or whatever to get you a letter.
Sure.
In that, we'll have all the information you need for, if you don't like the decision, you can go to court, you can come back next year. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
So-
Not necessarily our reasoning, but it'll be recorded, you can hear our reasoning.
Understood.
Okay, bear with me while I just have to do this while we're on the record. It is 6:45 p.m. This is Appeal 635. If anything is wrong, correct me.
You got it.
Property address is 364 Reef Road. Owner, how do you say? Adis Maminovich?
You got it.
Yes. Town value 1,001,200. Ask amount 900 even. Okay. I'm going to swear you in.
Great.
And you're going to sign saying that you've been so sworn, and then we can start. Okay.
Great.
So, do you solemnly swear that the information you should give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. You just sign that X, and then we can start.
Great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, 6:45 for this. So what did we say? Jackman didn't come, and you are 6:45. Okay.
So, it's great.
All right, hit it.
The biggest item I wanted to mention that I don't think was brought up when I went to my initial appeal was
Okay,
that
so you did the informal with the people.
I did.
Okay, how did it go? They gave you anything or no?
not much, and I think that's where I wanted to start.
Okay.
Basically, what we believe the market value should be is closest to the actual sale price.
Okay.
All just outside the range.
Did you send that to me? No. You just had to give me something showing what you paid. Like you bought it recently?
Just outside of the reval.
You bought it in 24?
Correct.
Okay,
So
okay,
that's the
okay.
reassessment period was right 10/1/24 to 10 or
Yeah.
9/31 right 25. So because it was outside, I think it was given a little bit less weight, and we think it should be weighed more. Secondly, you have 101 Forest in there, right? So that was within the period.
Okay,
And
where's
that's-
Forest compared to Reef?
It's just a little bit further down.
Okay,
They're both in the same neighborhood.
okay,
The comps that I was given in the informal appeal, none of them were in 0069.
Okay.
And I think this one, given that it's the closest, it's also a duplex within the same neighborhood. And again, that being important because obviously they carry the same
sure, they
flood risk.
trust it, yeah.
There were some other comps that were given that were 3 families as a duplex. So I think that's the most recent comp, the best comp. It sold for 900. It's in the same area.
Forest?
101 Forest.
Okay,
And so that's why I think the market value should be 900 or closer to it.
and what did it sell for? Because I only have the back of Forest, I don't have the sale price on it. This is East Lawn. Unless that's who owns it, I'm sorry, you might be right.
Sorry, yeah. It
Yeah,
should be.
okay, okay, good.
That sold for 900.
Okay, and so that sold, okay.
in May of 25.
And we'll call it July. I see it's May, but.
Sure.
Sure.
25.
Better.
Yeah.
Okay, so 900.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're at 1.
And it's a duplex.
200. It is a duplex. So, on the field card, right?
So comp.
Yeah, and we're at 1,001,200
Okay.
currently.
And you want to be 9. Okay. Okay.
Easy enough?
Easy enough. Look at you. Okay.
Cool.
That should.
Anything else holding on the record? Do we need to swear out?
No, you don't need to swear out.
Cool.
Okay. I'm just trying to think if there would be any other. I know comps are difficult on this.
Of course.
Just want to full disclosure, there are realtors on the board. I'm not one of them, but they'll know. They'll know roughly what like. But I mean, it's a good comp. It's right in the neighborhood. So I'm just thinking if there were any others that you knew of that sort of work for you, feel free to bring them down to the assessor. If you can't find any, that's what it is, and we go from there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Easy.
All right. I'm sorry you waited so long.
No.
Or maybe.
This is
good,
great.
right?
No, it all has its process.
I know.
right?
Yeah. It is what it is. We'll get to the
Get
best
all
we
up
can.
to you. Cool.
Okay.
These are my copies. I'll
Those
keep
are
these.
yours. You keep those. I keep these. And like I said, when we know something, they'll tell you shortly thereafter.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for coming. Good luck.
No, thank you very much. Good luck. Sounds like you got
I know.
quite a few more.
A handful.
All right.
I gotta call these people because they didn't come, but I think it's because they're. Always the case in March.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do some procedural stuff first.
Okay.
And then we'll get to cracking. My name is Katie Gustin. To leave, you just turn around and now go out and then take a right and leave. Okay, my name is Katie Gustin. I am one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. What we're doing is we're each individually hearing as many of the appeals as we can.
Mm-hmm.
There's about 1,000 altogether. When we finish that, which should be probably, a couple week or so, 2 weeks we'll call it, we'll get together as a group in the conference room, we'll deliberate, we'll make a decision, we'll notify the assessor that night, and then the decision will go out to you, and it'll have instructions on if you love what we came up with, great. If you don't, these would be your steps moving forward. And again, they handle all that. We're just the volunteers. We don't really know how that's handled, but they'll have all that for you. Sure. I have to read this into the record. Let me get the time, 7:30, and then we can start. Okay, the time is 7:30. This is Appeal 954. And again, if anything is wrong, correct me. Property address is 1153 Black Rock Turnpike. And you'll have to help me with this. I think I know, but we'll see. The owner is Jason and Jeffrey Melarano?
Yeah.
Yes! Okay, town value is $598,700. Ask value is $544,833. Okay, I'm going to swear you in, and you're just going to sign that you have been sworn. If you'd raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Okay, you just sign there. And we can get going. I've obviously been through it, and I see kind of, you have to talk me through this, your breakdown here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that made it into
No,
the
it did not.
packet or
Talk about it.
I apologize for that.
Okay, this is good, because I was thinking, I saw your comps, like your sale comps are going to be important,
Yep.
and some of them don't really, help you that much, so I don't know.
Yeah, so what I did was I looked at the Division Appraisal website for my neighborhood, which is neighborhood 80, and I narrowed it down to houses that were under 1,600 square feet and land under 6,500 square feet. Mine is 1,300 square feet, and for the house, and the lot size is 5,250 square feet.
And you did just to be clear, provision, you did 6,000 or something, 6,500, okay.
So there are only 4 sales that came up that fit that criteria for the
Revale period.
period, exactly.
Okay.
So one of them is actually right down the street from me at 873.
And these are the 4 here?
Yeah.
Okay.
At 873 Black Rock Turnpike. And that one sold for $490,000, and the house size is bigger than mine at 1,434 square feet, and the land size is bigger than mine by over 1,000 square feet.
Okay.
It's on the same street as mine, literally right down the road, and that sold for over $100,000 less than what the town is saying mine is.
Okay.
The other properties that sold were more expensive. However, they're also on side streets. They're not on Black Rock Turnpike, and which is one of the busiest roads in town. And I just don't feel like my property location is being taken into account properly with the town's appraisal amount. So what I did was the way I came up with my requested value was I looked at Realtor.com, Redfin, and Zillow, and found the different appraisals that they listed those houses.
Okay.
So that's what this chart is here. So my property is the top one, and every one of them came back much lower than what the town is.
Okay.
And if you were to look at the other properties that sold, the town actually understated every house that is on a back road and overstated the ones on Black Rock Turnpike. So again, I don't understand why that is.
Okay.
Black Rock Turnpike, my side of the street does not have water views or my property is not special in any way that has some, feature that the house next to it doesn't. But I just can't sort of get a clear understanding as to how that value was arrived at. So what I did was when I break down the value of my property, it's actually much higher than the other ones. So for instance, my neighbor across the street at 1154 Black Rock Turnpike, his property is much bigger than mine from a land standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's right across the street. And his value per square foot is $48.14. Mine comes out to be $99.75.
Okay.
So it's double what his is. And that's on the second page of that spreadsheet.
Okay. Got it.
So the fourth column in square foot, dollar per square foot. And again, they're
put these dresses on so it's easy for everybody next week or whenever we do this. Okay, so this is the subject.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, it's fine.
That well. So even the property down the street from me at 873 Black Rock Turnpike comes in at much lower per square foot for land. And I do realize that the appraisal takes into account both improvements and land, but the land really seems to be what is driving.
You're not the only person that's come. I'm trying to see if I can get a breakdown for you. Almost every appeal I've heard tonight their issue is the land.
And I just, like I said, I can't really justify it because the property is a thumbnail, it's very small. It's wedged in between 3 other houses. I don't have a spectacular view or anything like that from it. And the fact that my neighbor across the street, his property is valued at half of mine, I don't understand where that's coming from. And I do, one thing I did notice is that my neighborhood is 80, my neighbor across the street is 90, and I'm not sure why that is the case.
Yeah.
We share the same busy traffic
Mhm,
and everything.
mhm.
Again, no benefit from being on one side of the road or the other for views, or we're not waterfront or anything on one side and not on the other. And then lastly, my house has only 1 bathroom, and all of the others have at least one. The only one that didn't was, again, on a side street, and that property also has central air that I don't have. But that property, being 299 Fairview, the town under-assessed that one by 8%, according to the online assessment website.
Okay.
So basically, the comps might make sense if you look at the square footage of the house and the square foot of the property. However, when you come in and break out the location of it and also the bedroom-bathroom mix, it doesn't make sense to my value so highly compared to the other ones, especially with one down the street selling for $490,000.
Okay. Straightforward. I'll keep this.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Katina, anything else you want to tell me?
No, that was it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty thorough. We'll see what happens, but I don't want to give you an indication, but I think it's pretty thorough. It's
Great. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you for taking the time.
Oh, sure. What am I going to do?
Good luck on the way home. It's another gross day out.
Isn't that, okay, so when I got here at 4, and it was like that weird kind of starting to get cold again and raining, so it was like, uh-oh, it's not going to be good for the
Yeah,
commute.
it's raining right now. Not like pouring rain, but still sort of cold and wet out there.
I just don't want the roads to ice.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's supposed to cool down again tonight, but
I thought it was like 60 degrees.
yeah, this weekend's supposed
Yeah.
to be nice, so that's good at least.